with the frigid temperatures we had, about 10 days ago, it's made the situation worse. The temperature's going to go up and down, and this is what we have to look forward to for the next 2 months. But we had 17 crews out yesterday throwing mix in, and we will get back to that as soon as we have all the salt needed down on our major thoroughfares to make sure that people get home. So be happy to answer any questions. Be happy to show folks Snow Force Viewer upstairs and some of the forecasts that we did receive yesterday that allow us to sort of deploy resources. I would say that a lot of times we call people in for a forecast and a weather event doesn't happen, and we have drivers sit around here all night waiting for the event to happen. Unfortunately, this is a case where the event was not forecasted, and we had our usual crew on duty, and we did call in folks, and we put folks into trucks as soon as we can. So,
how many people did you have out last night? How much equipment would you have had out there had you known this ice storm was coming?
Had we known it was coming, it would have been difficult. We would have had a full crew available, but with the rain, you don't want to pre-treat a street and have everything wash away. So it's really a delicate balance of when you see the temperatures drop to have folks go out and start putting treatment down.
So what would your response have been had you known what you were going to be in for versus what you actually had out last night?
We would have had a full call out, and Steve, that's usually 80 drivers.
And instead
we had 12 overnight.
So you have a private company that delivers your weather forecast?
Yes.
And you think they just got it wrong?
They got it wrong. I mean, I have it right here with me. They called for the situation to be over by 8 o'clock and dry weather to move in into Wednesday.
Is there flexibility as far as that goes? I mean, do you look at multiple forecasts?
Yeah, I mean, we have the one we pay for. We have the National Weather Service, and obviously each one of your fine stations has their own forecast that we have. I mean, if upstairs in the street maintenance office, we've got, Steve, how many TVs do we have up there? 8?
And do you look at those forecasts?
Absolutely. We look at all of them. But at the end of the day, we have to rely on sort of deploying city resources in an efficient manner. And when the service we pay for tells us that it's not going to happen, having 80 drivers sit here and then nothing happens, that is all overtime dollars that the city has to pay for.
At what time did you make the switch from the 17 to the full call?
We had the 12 on at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then about 7 o'clock when folks normally show up to work, they were all, instead of put on chuck hole duty, they were put into the trucks.
And you made that call?
Yeah.
So again, I'm not clear. What was the forecast you had? What were you expecting based on the forecast that taxpayers paid for?
It said air and pavement temperatures will be above freezing and no snow accumulation is expected. The scattered rain snow showers will come to an end early this evening with dry weather expected tonight. The dry weather will continue Wednesday and into Wednesday night.
So you're renegotiating the contract?
So they've been a very reliable service provider, and I'm not going to sit here and disparage them. They've been reliable. This is just one time where, unfortunately, we got the wrong information.
What company was that?
I'm not going to.
Can you walk me through the process of deciding how many salt trucks to put on the roads?
Say that again?
Just walk me through the process of deciding how many salt trucks to put on the roads.
Well, I mean, a full call out is 80 trucks. We have some trucks that are still being repaired from the snow events that we had. When was that? Last Monday. So we have 77 out today. Those are all the ones that we have available. And we wanted to get as many out as possible to make sure that people had confidence in their drive home.
Is there kind of a plan in place where you had 12 out at 3 a.m. and then X amount of snowfall is when you kind of put this many trucks? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we needed our workers to show up to work and be able to get into the trucks. So I mean, we've got plenty of salt on hand. We have 17,000 tons still available, and we've already ordered from our provider another 8,000 tons to make sure that we get through winter with plenty of salt.
So how quickly did these drivers get on the road once they were called up? When did they start hitting the street?
7 o'clock? Yeah. Yeah, within 30 minutes of them actually being in the buildings, they were out on the roads.
Did it make it more challenging, the fact that at 7 o'clock we were already in the heart of the rush hour traffic, so they were kind of working from behind the 8 ball there?
Well, there's that, and, you know, the situation was not the same across the entire city. So it wasn't as bad on the south as it was in the north. So we wanted to make sure that we deployed trucks to the areas that were affected the most.
Do you talk with INDOT at all, trying to coordinate with them?
You know, INDOT was caught off guard as well. So this was not sort of specific to Indianapolis DPW, but you know, drivers don't just differentiate between a state road and a city street. They just want to be able to get to work safe, and we understand that. Our message is that, you know, we've got folks out there working on it, and we always look out for their safety as well.
You're taking this one on the chin, and I've had to do this story once or twice in the last couple of years, decades. I mean, why are you taking this one on the chin? Just saying, yep, we didn't get the right information, we screwed up.
Well, that's what I'm here doing.
I mean, why are you, other times people have done a dance and made excuses. Why are you just being right up front?
Because, Rich, it is what it is. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and throw anyone under the bus. It is what it is. You know, as you could see from the snow events that we've had, we have incredibly dedicated workers who go out in those trucks every single night. And I have a tremendous amount of respect for the work that they do. And it is not anyone's fault other than the fact that we got wrong information.
How much longer will crews be out right now today?
They're going to be out as long as they need to be.
And how does this morning affect your plans for tomorrow morning? I mean, if that original weather forecast was calling for one thing, are you taking another look and saying, well, maybe now we need to have these people on standby just in case?
Well, I mean, we evaluate it every single day in the wintertime. Every single day, our group gets together to, you know, not just, you know, the folks who run, you know, street maintenance and operations, but, you know, our union president who represents our dedicated workers who are out in the trucks. So we evaluate it every single day, and we need to make the best call available to make sure that the city deploys its resources in the most efficient manner to keep everyone safe.
When it was clear, you know, at 6 a.m. that the roads, the weather wasn't what you thought it was, why didn't you issue some sort of an emergency call out and get guys into work earlier?
Well, at 6 a.m. they're on their way here themselves, so they were getting here as quick as they could. So as soon as folks showed up, within a half hour of them, you know, walking into, this is just one garage of our three. As soon as they were here, within a half hour they were in a truck.
Was it? I mean, you said 3 o'clock is when, or when exactly did you realize the weather wasn't? Your weather report was wrong.
It was closer to, you know, between 5 and 6 o'clock.
So
when the mist was sticking to windshields. I mean, the pavement temperature was good overnight. That prediction was accurate, but the mist was not forecasted.
Did you call an extra crews?
What do you mean?
Like extra people to come and help?
We have people in every available truck we have.
So you didn't call extra people?
No, I mean, usually we have a crew that comes in at 11 o'clock at night for a typical snow event, and then folks come in for the second shift at 11 o'clock in the morning. But this was sort of normal day. Folks came in and they got into the trucks.
can I see the weather report? I'd like to see a photo of it.
If you want, Betsy, you want to make a PDF of this and send it to everybody?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Steve will take folks upstairs if you want
Great.
B-roll of the things that he looks at every single day.
Cool, thank you.